Hello Internet, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, with a focus on Omega Ruby. Probably not the next Pokemon Let's Play you expected, huh? These games, released in 2014, are a pair of remakes of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire for the Game Boy Advance, while also taking some small elements from Pokemon Emerald and adding a lot in the way of new content to flesh out this version of Hoenn. If you've never played before, these games were, before Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, largely considered to be the least favorite of the remakes in the series. A lot of changes were made to this version of Hoenn that were not very well liked by fans, especially since they remade Ruby and Sapphire instead of Emerald. But let me tell you, there is more to love about these games than you might think. I'm excited to show you just what I mean. I'd like to encourage you to play along. This Let's Play is going to cover a variety of topics that revolve around Street Pass, and I will be using Net Pass to collect passerbys since, well, people don't carry their 3DSs around anymore, really. This means depending on when you use Net Pass, there will be a chance for us to Street Pass. More on this later. If you don't own the games, finding them secondhand is going to be your best bet outside of more legally dubious methods. As Pokemon games go, these ones aren't the most expensive to buy secondhand, at least. I'd also recommend at least taking a look at the special demo version to see if any of the rewards you can get from it sound appealing for your playthrough. I have a video going over this if you're curious. With that said, let's dive into the Hoenn region. My favorite iteration of the Hoenn region to boot. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Birch. But everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. And this is what we call a Pokemon. This is my favorite introduction of any Pokemon game. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon, at times playing together as friends, and at times helping one another out. And sometimes, we just like to have fun battling others like us, but as close as we are, we don't know everything about Pokemon. In fact, there are still many, many mysteries surrounding Pokemon. Where are we that we're seeing Tropius? I do research to try to unravel those Pokemon mysteries, but that's enough about me. What about you? Are you a boy, or are you a girl? Unfortunately, Pokemon is not woke yet. It's not just styles. Yeah, this is my favorite introduction of any Pokemon game. I love the exploitation of the nostalgia I have for Pokemon Ruby from getting it as a Christmas present for my uncle as a kid. We're going to choose a female character, as usual. One of these days I'll break the mold and choose a male character, but I kinda just hate Brendan's design in this particular game. It's kind of atrocious, and I don't know, it was way cooler back in the day. Whatever. Will you give me your name too? So, this character's name is May, according to the vast majority of sources, including the game itself and the anime, but I don't think that name is what I want to go with. Sapphire is also a name she's gone by, but I'm focusing on Omega Ruby, and it wouldn't be the same if the rival's not going by Ruby. I've gone through and looked at every official name this character has ever had, and I've ultimately decided to name her Aura. A-U-R-A. This is her name in the European Spanish localization, otherwise known as the Spanish localization, because there's no, North American Spanish localization of this particular game, which may be for the best given the quality in the past of localizations in that particular Spanish, but you know. Anyway, most of her names have something to do with the season of spring. May is a month in spring, Haruka is taken from Harukaze, meaning spring wind, and Aura means gentle breeze, a figure of speech associated with spring. Plus, think of all the hype moments we'll have. Oh god, nope. We're not going with the uppercase A! See, we already had a hype moment with me pressing the start button, I think, to capitalize the letter A, or maybe select. I pressed something, and then the last A in the name turned capital. I'm not a fan of the capital, personally. So, your aura? Oh, yeah, you were gonna ask if I was... Don't look at me. Ah, I see. You're that aura. You're the one who's moving to Littleroot Town, where I live. Are you ready? Your very own adventure is now about to unfold. Be courageous and leap into the world of Pokémon, where dreams, adventures, and friendships await. I expect we'll be meeting again soon. Come see me in my Pokémon lab. The box is printed with a Pokémon logo. It's a Pokémon brand moving and delivery service. Just starting this little truck. It's an Azurill doll with a familiar smell. It's not much to check out in here, but there's still some stuff, and this is our only chance to see any of this text, so it's worth checking. I hope Mom doesn't make me sit in the back of the moving truck next time. You're here at last. Wasn't it tough riding in the back of the bumpy moving truck all that way? Mom. I don't know who you are anymore. Well, this is Littleroot Town. What do you think? This is going to be our new home. It has a quaint feel, but it looks like it should be a nice place to live, don't you think? And you get your own room this time, Aura. Come on, you have to see the inside. See, Aura? Isn't it nice in here, too? The moving company's Pokémon even help with the unpacking and cleanup. They really make moving a cinch. Grow, grow, grow. Thanks for all the hard work. We really appreciate it. Gwa, gwa, gwa. Grow, grow, grow. You should go and see your new room upstairs, Aura. Dad even bought a new clock for it to help celebrate the big move. You'll need to set the time, though. So, we have little things in here. Mom's jotting something down about tonight's dinner plans, as if she's not planning to get rid of me today. There's a movie on TV with two men dancing on a big piano keyboard. What? Oh no! I've never seen that text before. That Azurill doll teleported. Yeah, if we were to go outside, we'd see that the moving truck disappeared, but Mom won't let us. Do you want to go see your new room? Yeah, because we can't find out that it disappeared yet. There needs to be, like, a reasonable amount of time pass so we don't suspect a thing, you see. Aura's notebook is full of adventure rules she jotted down. This is adventure rules. This was a key item in Pokemon X and Y. How the times have changed this past year since X and Y came out. It's a Lapras doll. And a Wii U. It has a gamepad with a screen. Oh, I hope May has turned it on in the past few years, or it might have stopped working. We also have another TV up here with a program Dad might like. Cool. A map of the Hoenn region. Cool. I got a lot out of that. And lastly, the clock that we were told to set. The clock on the wall isn't moving. You've got to set the time. In this version of the game, this is done automatically, but back in the day, you had to manually set the hands on the clock in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I kind of wish they still made you do that, but I know why they don't. There's actually a system clock on the 3DS. How do you like your new room, Aura? Good. Everything's put away neatly. They finished moving everything in downstairs, too. It really is so nice having Pokemon around to help us. Oh, but you should make sure that everything's all there on your desk. I did, Mom. Mother. Oh, Aura! Aura! Quick! Come quickly! It's the Petalburg Gym! Maybe Dad will be on TV! We brought you this report live from in front of Petalburg Gym. Next up, a special look at a long-awaited meteor shower in the next star show. Oh, it's already ended. Looks like your dad was on, but we missed his part. What a shame. But that reminds me, one of Dad's friends lives in this town. Professor Birch is his name. He lives right next door, so you should go over and introduce yourself. Maybe I will. Anyway, so about the clock. You had to set it here, obviously, but if your cartridge's battery died, which, trust me, by 2026 it has, all time-based events would freeze permanently. This actually locks you out of Pokedex completion if certain things got stuck the wrong way. So, yeah, there's something I love about the original Ruby and Sapphire, because you better bet the internal battery had run dry. The game can still be played, but time-based events may not occur. Yeah. Anyway, we can check our bag that we already have. That almost rhymed. It's a slant rhyme. We have a potion already. In the original games, you'd have to get this out of the PC, so it's nice that we don't. And we also already have running shoes, which are automatically activated by holding down B. In the original Ruby and Sapphire, you had to wait to get these until after you'd gotten your first Pokemon, and also you couldn't run indoors. So, again, the power of science is amazing. I also want to check our settings. Text speed, fast. That is just always how you play these games, always. Battle effects just chooses whether there are battle animations or not. Turning them off can be helpful if you have any reason to be grinding, even though you definitely won't, because this is a relatively modern Pokemon game. We are going to be setting the battle style to set, which means we will not be prompted to switch out Pokemon after knocking out opponents. There's more things I'll be doing to make things a bit more challenging throughout this playthrough, but this is the first thing. I thought you'd like to know that I was originally intending to have this Let's Play be a Nuzlocke, but I decided there were too many Pokemon I was interested in using to build a team for that. Button mode. Setting this to L equals A means L will do the same thing as the A button, and no L and R button means that the L and R buttons don't do anything. I have no idea what the default is, if that's a separate thing, but whatever. And also, this changes whether you need to save before doing multiplayer. I'm going to keep it set. Actually, it is a Let's Play. I'll keep it set to save just to be safe. There is going to be a little bit of multiplayer stuff, but not a lot in this Let's Play. We also have our trainer card already, despite not being a trainer. That's nice. I always appreciate in games when they don't spoil the gym leaders. Like, you can see their silhouettes, that's fine, that's similar to Generation 1, but like, games where they just show you gym leaders ahead of time when it's supposed to be like a surprise what they look like, and then it's really cool when you see them for the first time, I don't know. Basically, this is me making a call-out post for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Oh wait, our trainer ID, 47025, that's actually cool. I like that trainer ID. Sorry, sometimes I see a number and I think, oh, that's cool. And that is one of those numbers. All right, this guy. To think that you can get data from the friends you pass by, even when your Nintendo 3DS is in sleep mode. The power of science is staggering. He always comes up with new adjectives for the power of science. Littleroot Town, a town that can't be shaded any hue, despite the fact that it is currently being shaded orange because of the time of day. But we'll just ignore that. Signs like that do sometimes give you cool views of the town and landmarks in it, so that's pretty neat. This kid. Professor Birch will spend days on end in his lab researching something, then he'll suddenly go out into the field to gather more data. When does he ever spend time at home? This kid is based on like a design for a trainer in the original Ruby and Sapphire that looked like Max from the anime, and I always wondered why he wasn't your like brother in that game or in the anime back then. In the game, because I grew up with the anime. The professor's away on fieldwork, ergo not here. I guess I'll have to tell you what fieldwork is. No, I know. Don't mansplain me, man. Professor Birch is out on Route 101. There's nothing we can do in here right now. It's just, like, cool stuff to look at. We can sit in chairs. The power of science, once again, is amazing. Yeah. We can also try to leave town, but this kid is gonna stop us.
It's not safe to go out there if you don't have a Pokemon with you.
That... What accent was that? I'm so confused. Whatever. Oh, hello. And you are? Oh, you're Aura, our new next-door neighbor. Welcome. We have a son who is just about the same age as you. He has been so excited about making a new friend. He should be in his room upstairs. I hope you'll go and introduce yourself. Okay. Pokemon fully restored, items all packed, and... You? Who are you? Aura? Yeah, I have some. Oh, you're the new kid who just moved in next door? Huh. I didn't know that you'd be a girl. Dad, I mean Professor Birch. That was on accident. I mean Professor Birch told me you were the kid of a gym leader, and I sort of hoped you'd be a guy. My name's Brendan. Well, I guess we are still neighbors, so nice to meet you. Let's be friends, okay? Hey, Aura, don't you have any Pokemon? If you want, I can go catch you one. Oh, wait, I forgot. I'm supposed to be going out to help my dad catch some wild Pokemon. Some other time, okay? Okay. This is the room you would be starting with if you were playing as a boy, and also the house you would be starting with. So, yeah, they basically got lazy and made the rival character just be the male protagonist that you didn't choose if you chose a female, and the female if you chose a male. Yeah, kind of boring. Do you just have more adventure rules? No, this will be on the test, don't forget. Each Pokemon can learn up to 4 moves, which moves they teach your Pokemon should go... Okay, well, that's boring. It's a pretty cool wall clock. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Gotta admit. I've seen cooler wall clocks, though. Where's that husband of mine? It was so good of you to visit, Aura, and yet he's nowhere to be found. Yeah. Men. I think I hear someone screaming up ahead. What should I do? What should we do? Somebody has to go help. You suddenly have an immense amount of clarity in your voice that was not there before. Help me! Hello! You over there, please help me out! In my bag, there are some Pokeballs! This thing is gonna murder me! There are some Pokeballs, and we have our choice of Pokemon. I'm sure the professor can keep running from this Poochyena for a little while longer so we can go over our potential first partner Pokemon. Trico is a speedy special attacker, one of the few of its kind when it comes to Pokemon introduced in Hoenn. It comes knowing Absorb, a relatively weak grass-type move, but one that restores half the HP it takes from the opponent, and it gets an upgrade to that, Mega Drain, at level 13, along with Quick Attack at level 9 to finish off weakened opponents before they can move. And, hell, wait about 5 levels for it to evolve and it will get another upgraded draining move in Giga Drain. Trico won't remain a special attacker forever. As it grows, it will start learning a lot more physical moves, and that's really where its main weakness lies. Well, that and the fact that grass is actually a pretty weak type both offensively and defensively. It's only strong against rock, ground, and water types, while it's weak to a whopping 5 types and 7 types resist it. That's not to say Trico is bad, far from it. It's just probably got the least going for it of the Hoenn region's first partner Pokemon. Torchic is a mixed attacker that will be incredibly powerful in the late game, but has a kinda rough time early on. Scratch, Ember, and Peck are its lot in life before evolving, and after that, the only attacking moves it learns through level up will be Double Kick, Flame Charge, and Quick Attack. Once you gain the ability to teach it some moves through methods other than level up, and especially in the late game when it starts learning its really fun moves, this family can become devastating and easily carry your team, but from the start of the game until about halfway through, Torchic and its evolutions will just feel a tad boring to use. This isn't to say they're bad. They're probably the strongest of this region's first partner Pokemon. It just takes a while for them to get going. So, I heard you like this guy. Mudkip is one of the best Pokemon you could possibly ask for on your team in this particular region. While its move pool prior to evolving is hot garbage, it will easily get you through the first gym, and after evolving, it gains the ground type, meaning it has only a single weakness to grass types, and it will quickly learn Mud Shot and then Mud Bomb. You're going to be sorely limited on ground types in the first half of the game, let alone ground type moves, and Mudkip's evolutions are just about the best ones you can ask for in this game. It's a bit unfortunate just how many of its level up moves are special attacks, but teach it physical moves through other methods and it can easily be the guiding light through your journey in the Hoenn region. Just keep it away from grass types at all costs. I've thought long and hard about this choice. I actually planned an entire team around Torchic at first. But Trico is my favorite of the bunch, so I basically completely reworked my team because I would be lying if I said it wouldn't break my heart not to choose Trico as a partner. Welcome to the team, buddy. Poochyena. Trico is our third first Pokemon. Or our fourth first. I don't know if we count Heqet twice or not, because I did Generation 1 and then I did FireRed and LeafGreen with the same team, but whatever. I have chosen a grass type in every Pokemon Let's Play I've made so far. This is a change to Pokemon, first partner Pokemon starting in Generation 6 as they come knowing a move of their type, so basically just spam Absorb and you'll win no matter what because you get the same type attack bonus and you get your HP restored after every hit. Pretty easy. Whew. I went into the tall grass to survey wild Pokemon when I was suddenly jumped. You saved my life. Thanks a lot. Oh? But you're Norman's girl, Aura! I didn't even realize who you were at first. You've grown into quite the young lady. This isn't the place for a chat, though. Come along to my lab. So, Aura, I've heard so much about you from your father. But he said that you don't have your own Pokemon yet. If that's true, that was quite the performance back there. Looks like you really are your father's daughter. Oh, yes, to say thanks for rescuing me out there, how about I give you that Pokemon you used earlier? Trico. While you're at it, why not give a nickname to that Trico? I will. Yep, that's the spirit. So, what kind of name will you go with? In the heat of battle, I didn't see the gender. It looks like we got a male Trico. There's a few ideas I had for nicknames for my partner in this Let's Play, but for Trico specifically, I think neither of them were really exactly what I was looking for. I asked Cosimo, who gave me the wonderful answer of 1 second. I asked him specifically because he loves lizards. And his answer was Smeepert. He also suggested Derek, Melville, and Tennessee, but Smeepert was my favorite of his suggestions. I also asked my brother, who has pet lizards, and his answer... Sorry, I should have put these in my notes. Manuka. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I guess I should probably look that up, because if I'm not, oops. Yes, so the name I ended up going with was suggested by my older brother, and it's Manuka. Manuka. This is a type of gecko and a type of tree, and that just works out really well for a tree gecko Pokemon. Yeah. You know, if you work with your Pokemon and gain experience, I think you'll make a pretty excellent trainer. My boy Brendan happens to be out on Route 103 right now, surveying Pokemon for me. It might not be a bad idea for you to head out that way yourself. What do you think? Nah. Oh, don't be that way. You should go meet my kid. Nah. Oh, don't be that way. You should go meet my kid. The illusion of choice. Great. I'm sure Brendan will be happy to hear that too. He can help teach you what it means to be a trainer. And don't worry, I won't tell him that you tried your absolute best to not meet him. Oh, yes. And if you're ever lost along the way, just use the area nav on your Pokenav Plus. You can use it to see how to get to Route 103, where Brendan should be. And if you or your Pokemon get tired, get some rest back at your new house. As he said, we can go back home anytime we want to heal, and we can also check up on what is going on with our partner here. Ooh. That's a bad nature. I am planning to go with a primarily special moveset on Trico. Impish is plus defense minus special attack. I'm gonna throw this in an IV calculator real quick. Okay. These IVs are terrible. We have a guaranteed 29 in defense. We'll have to gain another level to get more exact results. I think as much as these IVs are terrible at a first glance, with our IVs being 9, 19, 29, 449, I'm gonna stick with this. It's Manuka. This is Manuka, and you know what? If I have to change my plans and go for a physical setup, that's fine. I'll live. IVs aren't the end of the world. They aren't the be-all, end-all. We're going to be EV training in this Let's Play, and also, like, whatever, man. It's a semi-modern Pokemon game. I have to say semi-modern now because the game is over 10 years old, but, like, it's a modern Pokemon game. It's not going to be hard, even with a bad nature. We'll live. All right. Let's do as Professor Birch asked and go up to meet Brendan. But first, the Pokenav Plus is a device with room for 4 apps, though the Area Nav is all we currently have. It displays a map of the Hoenn region with locations darkened until we visit them. So we currently only have Littleroot Town and Route 101. So up to 5 features can be unlocked. Place lists detailed info on each location, which is the only one we really have access to right now. Pokemon shows the different species you've encountered in each area, which we haven't unlocked yet, though the image for Pokemon we've only seen will be grayed out. Trainers will display trainers who want to rematch and provides info on their strategies, favorite Pokemon and teams. Secret bases is secret, we'll talk about it later, and berries will display the location of berries we've planted and how long it's been since we planted them. I want to stay on top of that during this LP, so this is going to be a useful thing. Yeah, we do get a nice description of literally every area in the game, which honestly, like, kind of nice. That's more detail than they need to go into, and yeah, we can see that Route 101 is a grassy path running between Littleroot and Oldale Town and is perfect for doing fieldwork. Even though Professor Birch got attacked by a wild hyena, but whatever, we'll pretend that didn't happen. We're going to head up to Route 101, and we're on our way to Oldale Town. There are Pokemon in the grass here, but we don't have Pokeballs yet, so I'm not going to be going over them the way we did Manuka quite yet. But I will recommend that you actually fight these Pokemon for experience points, because if your starter's IVs are as bad as mine, you're gonna need them. Unfortunately, this is gonna throw off our IVs, or our EVs a little bit, but I'm not going to be, like, hyper-focusing on, like, competitive EVs or anything. So, yeah. Ooh, this is also after String Shot got buffed to harshly lower the speed stat. I forgot that was a change that was made in this series. I'm so used to, like, previous generations of Pokemon by this point that I'm used to that lowering speed by one stage. That is okay. I'll live. Got up to level 6 with Manuka. And I'm gonna run the IV Calc one more time, just to be sure. Okay, special attack's not as bad as I thought. It could be 11 now. But we need to get to level 7 in order to actually have a better chance of knowing for sure, because IV calculations are not an exact science. But it looks better than I thought it was from the start, so that's good. That's why I don't really use IV calculators in Let's Plays. I prefer to just check exactly using something like PK Hex, because, man, these calculators are not the best judge, usually. Hi there, I work at the Pokemart. From what I can see, you're a novice trainer, am I right? Okay. Being super kind-hearted as I am, I'm going to give you useful advice. Just like my brother taught me. First of all, that's a Pokemart there. Just look for our blue roof. We sell a variety of goods, including Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. I'd like you to have these as part of a special promotion. Potions. Potions can be used any time, so they can be very useful to have. I'm sorry. And this is a Pokemon Center. Look for a red roof. Ask a woman inside and she'll restore your Pokemon's health. Any woman. That's it. That was the advice from me, the supremely kind-hearted clerk. Have a great journey. That is the brother of the manager of the Pokemart that was in the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire special demo. He left to Oldale Town to start tutorializing young trainers. Yeah. So, he gave us 10 potions. That is more than you need right now, I guarantee it. Yeah, that restores 20 HP to any Pokemon. We're set for life. Well, not for life, but for now. I am also going to be forbidding myself from using items in battle, aside from Pokeballs and held items, and one other exception we'll talk about later, and for demonstration purposes. But overall, as a general rule, like in boss fights and stuff, I will not be using items in battle. Held items and all that are just exceptions. Yeah, okay, well, I kind of just glossed over that. That was our first Pokemon Center. She healed our Pokemon, but there's also people to talk to. Just as with people, there are male and female Pokemon. Sure, but the details of the differences can be tough to nail down. That PC on the corner there is for any Pokemon trainer to use. Naturally, that means you're welcome to use it too. Okay, thanks. Is it yours? The AHA Pokemon Journal on the shelf provides info that's different from other sources. It's different. True fact, according to me. Okay. In battle, place the cursor over a move and press the L and A buttons to read info about the move. I didn't know that was a feature in Generation 6 because Generation 7 is the first generation to actually put that on the UI. So, yeah, you might not have known that. Pokemon Centers are great. You can use their services as much as you like, and it's all for free. You never have to worry. That's true. We're not going to worry about the PC quite yet because we don't have more than one Pokemon. There's no reason to. Hello. I want to take a rest, so I'm saving my progress. Okay. Potions can be used anytime, so they can be very useful to have. Yes, I already talked to you. Okay, well, he is in front of where he works, the Pokemart. In here, we can currently buy potions. That's it. We have enough money to buy 10 of them, in case you thought 11 wasn't enough. We'll be able to buy more from here later, but this is the shop. Every time you get a new gym badge, their inventory will go up, so it's not like the old games where each town has different stuff in stock. Unless they have a second clerk, then it's like that. But the first clerk will always sell the same items, just depending on your gym badges. The clerk says they're all sold out. I can't buy any Pokeballs. Yeah. If a Pokemon gets hurt and loses its HP and faints, it won't be able to battle. To prevent your Pokemon from fainting, restore its HP with a potion. I bet these guys are just lazy and they haven't stocked Pokeballs yet. I bet by the time we're done on Route 103, they'll be able to sell them just fine. I think I'm going to leave exploring the rest of Oldale Town until after we've done what we need to do. Wait! Please don't wander around here! I've just discovered a set of incredibly rare Pokemon prints. Wait until I finish sketching them, okay? Okay. There are footprints on the ground, that's true. A complaint that I've heard about this game is that it doesn't look good. Specifically the water. How it's just one repeating texture. And I kinda get it. The water did look better in Pokemon Black and White, but I don't know. I don't think they had to overhaul X and Y's art style or anything. I think what they did with this game is fine. It's cool just seeing these areas in a different style, in my opinion. Yeah, we can see Route 103 goes much further over there. We just aren't able to cross water right now. Press the circle pad slowly to sneak close to Pokemon. Pokemon are less likely to find you while you're sneaking up on them. The book Professor Birch wrote, the Fieldwork 101, said so. That is true. We can hold the circle pad lightly to sneak. There is no practical use for this right now other than encountering less Pokemon, but it also takes a lot longer to get through the grass, so at that point, you're probably better off just running anyway. It's also worth mentioning that the D-pad allows you to walk on a grid, while the circle pad allows you to walk and run freely. However, every time you switch between them, the game needs a second because it's using the same system as the roller skates in Pokemon X and Y, and they just didn't bother to make it look more natural to step back onto the grid. Yeah. Anyway, up here is Brendan and that little pond from the intro, which I absolutely adore the addition of them putting that at the end of this route. It's so good. I'm going to be defending a lot about the way this game looks and the areas in it. You'll see. We have a lot of Let's Play to get through. Okay, so this one and that one that live on Route 103. Huh? Hey, Aura! Oh, so you finally got a Pokemon from my dad. Then how about a little battle, since we're here and all? I'm going to teach you what being a trainer's all about. You were challenged by Pokemon trainer Brendan, and he is going to send out his only Pokemon, Torchic. Level 5 fire type, plays for the ability Knowing Scratch. Yeah, he went to the move deleter just to make his partner weaker. Nice for us. Yeah. So we're just going to be using Pound, he's going to be using Scratch, we're a higher level, we have decent attack IVs, a decent attack IV, you only have one IV, so we'll probably be fine. Yeah, I don't know, there's not much to say. The Pokemon he would have if you chose a different starter will be on the sidebar, as usual with boss fights in these Let's Plays, but basically all of them are the same Pokemon because they all only know a weak normal type move that always hits, and yeah, no matter what, he's taking it easy on you. If you chose a male character, you'll be fighting May, but her team will always be exactly the same. Just with different genders, I think. 66 EXP, that brings us up to level 7, that's nice. And I think that's when we learn nothing. That's when you learn Absorb in the original games. Huh, you're not too shabby, Aura. It was a good battle. Thanks. Here, let me heal up both our parties real quick. I think I know why my dad had his eye on you now. Look, you just got your Pokemon, right? And you already have that strong of a bond? I get the feeling that you could befriend any Pokemon, Aura, no doubt. Well, I've got some good data here, so I guess it's time I got back to the lab. You should head back too, Aura. Yes, we should. There is nothing else for us to do out here. Hi, Oldale Town. We never read this. Oldale Town, where things start off scarce. That's true. Considering this flower bed is the only thing it can think to show. I'm heading back to my dad's lab first. Come on, Aura. I was planning on coming on. Thank you. It's just a simple hop down a couple ledges. And here we are. Oh, Aura, over here! So, I hear you beat Brendan on your first try. Amazing! Brendan's been helping with my research for a long time, so he has a pretty long history as a trainer already. I think that settles it. Aura, I ordered this Pokedex for my research, but I think you should take it. That Pokedex is a high-tech tool that automatically makes a record of any Pokemon you meet or catch. My boy Brendan takes his with him everywhere he goes. Whenever he catches a rare Pokemon and records its data in the Pokedex, why, he comes to seek me out wherever I am in the field to show me. And the Pokemon and people you will meet, and the great expanse of nature that lies before you. Experience them both while you fill in your Pokedex. I'd love it if your world seemed wider than ever. Though I'd love it even more if you came back from time to time to show me what progress you've made. I'm getting the itch to go out and do field work again. Huh, so you got a Pokedex too, Aura? Well then here, have some Pokeballs on me. You can use them to catch wild Pokemon. If you catch a Pokemon in the wild and battle together with it for a while, it will grow stronger for you. Take that as a bit of advice from a more experienced trainer like me. Bitch. I'm going to get ready to head out to Littleroot soon myself. It's like, I don't know, it really gets you pumped up, right? We both got to give it our all out there, Aura. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, okay, he doesn't have anything new to say. Well, that's fine. We were given 10 Pokeballs. What? We only need 5. Usually they only give you enough to fill a team. I guess Generation 6 is around when that would have been changing, but yeah, cool. We are also freely able to buy these from the Pokemart now. The Pokedex is what unlocks the Pokemon Link in the game's main menu. So I'm going to check the recording, save, and we'll see what we can do about that real quick. All right, saving real quick. And let's just hop over to the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Special Demo version real quick. Ah, you're spoilers now. This isn't a one-off video anymore. Anyway, in the demo, we can hit send to full game. We can only use Pokemon Link once per day. Let's get started by having you pick what to send. Your package will be sent to Omega Ruby, I sure hope so. If you have both the package version and downloadable software of a game in your system, your gift will be sent to the package version automatically. That is true. So, we can send any of these rewards we got. I think right off the bat, the Nugget would be the most helpful right away, or the Pokeball or Heal Ball set. Glalie is definitely overkill, and it has the wrong original trainer, so it would disobey. But also, it would be really funny to send it first. I am going to start with the Nugget, though. Now transmitting to Pokemon Link. Transmission to Pokemon Link successful. We can do this again tomorrow. I will be doing this every day until I have everything over to the, full game, but yeah, you can only do one Pokemon Link thing per day. Back to Omega Ruby. In the main menu that appears after you've started a save file and restart the game, we can head down to Pokemon Link. I would like to retrieve data using Pokemon Link. Data has been successfully retrieved from the special demo. Any items have been sent to your bag. As I said, I'll just be doing this every day over the next few days until I have everything, but yeah, we have a Nugget. This is a Nugget of the purest gold that gives off a lustrous gleam and direct light. It can be sold at a high price to shops. The Nugget is a little unique because this is the one item you can get multiple copies of in the special demo by just playing again and getting the mission with the weird guy on the weird island. So technically we just have unlimited money. These do sell for a high price, and using them we are able to just buy more Pokeballs and potions if we need them, which is pretty nice. That's why I figured this would be the first thing I do. Anyway, we're headed off on a journey. Let's go tell Mom. Let's just leave. Who needs Mom? Aura, wait! Oh, never mind. Aura, did you introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, what an adorable Pokemon. You got it from the professor? How nice! Why'd you make me run all the way out here after you? You are your father's child, all right. You look good together with a Pokémon. To think that you have your very own Pokémon now. Your father will be overjoyed. But don't push yourself too hard. If anything happens, you can always come home, honey. You can always come home. Next time on Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, our adventure begins. See you guys then.